Webcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everybody. This is Kevin. We'll be getting started here shortly. So just hang on. We'll be starting soon. If everybody can see the screen, just put into the chat bar. Please show me that you can see the screen. It's great to be here with all you Sqribblers. We've got a lot of people coming on. Fantastic. Last week, you guys know that we did the ebook, the $2,700 ebook. We'll be getting more into that tonight, and I'll be explaining exactly how I'm building my ebooks and give you guys some hints and some ideas on what I've done and show you guys exactly kind of the path I go on. So hang on here. Let me see what we have. Fantastic. Looks like everybody can see my screen. That's great. To make sure I'm showing the right screen, can you guys see my ebook? I'll go to the questions here. Let me see what you guys can see. It's almost 6 o'clock. We're going to wait a few more minutes. Fantastic. You guys can see the book. That's great. Tonight we're going to go over how we're building an ebook, how I'm doing it. And then I'll get some opinions from you guys, what you're doing. And eventually, I think what we need to do is we're going to have some of you guys and gals send in your ebook, and we'll kind of walk through it, and we'll kind of put you in the seat where we can help you out and get things going for you. We can throw some content in there. We can get you started, basically. It'll be very easy. Okay, we'll get started here in just a little bit. Does anybody have any questions before we start? Okay, getting a lot more people coming on board. Welcome, everybody. We'll get started here in just a little bit. We'll let everybody come in. If you have any problems hearing, just let me know. I want to make sure the mic's not too loud. Looks like everybody can see, which is good. Okay, a lot more people are coming in. That's great. Like I said, okay, it's 6 straight up. We're going to give it a few more minutes. Let me know where you guys are from, who just came in. Just give me a ring out where you guys are from. And ask any questions you would like. We're going to take questions after the webinar. We're going to first get into the webinar. I'll start describing what I'm doing, where we're going, and we'll go from there. But Sqribble is a great piece of software, I have to tell you. I use it several times a week. I love it. It's done a lot for me. It's been profitable right out of the gate, I must say. It's been fantastic. Okay, people are still coming in, so we're just going to give it some more time here. Give it a few more. Let me see what we have here. 6:01. We're going to give it just a lot of people coming in. So just a few more minutes here. I think people are running late on our training Tuesdays. I see a lot of people. Hey, Bob, Bonnie, a couple Bonnies, Carol, Albert. I can't say everybody. Elaine, Edward. A lot of people. Mike, San, Sanol. Welcome, welcome. Yvonne, Vanita. Many people. Okay, it says it sounds okay. Here we go. Let me get the, starting to get all the questions up here. This is going to be recorded. This is live, and this is going to be recorded. People are asking questions. People can see the book, of course. Sounds bad. How is the, is it pretty staticky? Is the sound not that good? Just let me know. I'm going to mess with my sound right now and see if I can come up with anything better. Okay, let me see the mic sound. Let me see something here. So try that in just a sec. Okay, if the sound sounds any better, just let me know. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? Use new hardware, not right now. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, I'm going to try that real quick. Okay, people, let me know. Okay, there is static when you speak. I want to know if there's anything more that's happening there. A lot of people coming aboard. Okay, the microphone seems like it's working a little bit better. Let me know if you guys can hear me a little bit better. I'm going to try to tone it down just a little bit. Let me see if that works. Yes, I think it might be a little loud, but we'll try that. Let's try that real quick. Speakers. Okay, we're on. Here we go. Okay, let me know now, people, if it's getting any better. Okay. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Okay, it looks good. And I'm going to get some more from you guys. Let me know now. I'm seeing if I can even get this thing to actually work. Looks like it's trying to get on there. Okay, I'm hearing this from a lot of people. Just hang on 1 second. You guys can see my ebook just fine. I know that. I'm testing it right this second. Seeing if I can get all this. Questions. Okay, we're going to see if we can get everybody on there. Let's see what we have. Okay, it sounds a lot better. I can see that. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Okay. Everything looks a lot better. We're going to get started here. I am actually here now, so everybody can hear me just fine. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to get started here. I'm going to ask you one last time. Does it sound really good? You guys can see the screen. You can see my mouse going around. Just give me a yes real quick, and we'll get started. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Sqribble webinar tonight. I am happy to be here. This is Kevin Seid, and tonight we're going to go over, we're going to kind of follow up on last week, what we did with the $2,700 ebook that I created, and we're going to kind of walk through what I did or how to create an ebook from what I do. And I'm sure a lot of you are very experienced, but I just want to walk through some of the methods that I use that I've been doing for many, many years to make my content, make my pictures, make everything better within the format that I'm doing, be it a web page, be it an ebook. In many ways, the ebook and the web pages, the portals, and I said this last week, are very similar. And for a lot of you that don't know really what a landing page is or a funnel or a capture page, it's very similar in content like an ebook. I mean, you can pretty much create around it. So I'm going to walk through a lot of this different things tonight as we go forward. Okay, you guys can see my ebook here. Now, the one thing I really want to kind of get on here is I made this very blasé. And the reason I did that is because I wanted you guys to kind of see what I'm doing and how we can improve on it. So when I made this ebook, it was just something I threw together, and then I wanted to come back here and make it better. And I'll let you know why I'm going to make it better, because as you see here, how to build an ebook. That's not a very catchy phrase. How many people have used this headline before? And, it's just something that I threw, like I said, because I want to show you guys exactly kind of what we need to do to improve this. Now, I'm just going to kind of walk down here. You guys are going to see a lot of different pages here real quick. And then I just want to kind of get you to get a feel of what's going on. And I'm going to explain a few things within Sqribble, how it works, how the editors work, and how different things kind of will help you launch your program that much better, or your ebook. So first thing we're going to do here is we're at the cover. And the one thing I really want to tell you guys is, in any business and in today's marketing strategies, be it an ebook, be it a web page, be it anything that you're doing, you need to have your words grab people. And I've said this before, the hook. And when you do the hook or you do something that's really catchy, you want to make sure you're going to stop and you're going to look at it and you want to read the next page. Because if I just left this how to build your ebook like 20,000 other people have done in the past week, we're going to go nowhere. We really will not go anywhere. So we want to add some emotion to it. We want to add, unique rationale. And the headline should be something that catches a reader's attention. It has to be kind of part science. It has to be, art. It has to be things like, we can say something like, you'll never guess, guess what? This will shock you. When you find out more, there's a lot of them that we use, and they're different hooks that a lot of us marketers use. And I'm on different, group or meetings with some of the top marketers in the country, I should say, in the US. And what they have done and what we all have done is we follow guidelines, and we've time tested a lot of these guidelines, and we find out that they actually work. And if we go away from some of these guidelines, we get less traffic, we get less sales, we get, it's really funny when we try to go off on our own and we try to do something that we think is really going to work. We do, test it. We test and test and test to make sure what's going on. So, one of the biggest catch phrases that we use right now is, stop right now what you're doing. You've got to, what you're about to hear can change your life. That's just one of the headlines that we use that is very, very good. And it catches people, it stops them in their tracks. And we actually get a lot of sales just from that catchy headline. So there's a lot of different things that we can use. Now in an ebook, of course, that's a little different because this is something that's emotional. An ebook basically is something that you get involved. It's passion in some ways, and in other ways it's not. like my $2,700 ebook, there was no passion there. It was strictly financial. I'll be honest with you. It was something that I knew a lot about that industry. And I thought, well, you know what? They need it. I'm going to do it. And sure enough, I was able to pull it off. So when we do something like this, we want to use trigger words. We want to use things that are going to, bring people, bring people's emotions out and have them stop cold. And that's exactly what we want to do here. So what I want to do here is I want to change the headline here real quick. And then we're going to start going down into the ebook real quick. But instead of how to build your ebook, I'm going to say something like, you'll never believe. Let's try something like that, because that's not a bad headline. You'll never believe. Okay, and then the next thing, of course, it's about our ebook, how to write an ebook. Okay, now I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Let me see if I can just do something here. I'm going to get in here. I'm going to make the font a little. This is one thing I want to show you guys. When you click on your ebook, and you've got two headers here, or you've got two editors. I forgot to say this to you guys, and I want to kind of show you. When you click on it, you've got the little Wysiwyg. We call this a Wysiwyg, and I'm going to show you this in just a little bit, how this actually works. This is what's really nice, what Adil and his team have done. Most of the time, you only see this editor, but he brought in another editor here that does way more functions than most people could ever believe. So we want to see this right up here. I'm going to click out of this. You'll never believe. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go back. Okay, that's a little big. Now watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to highlight it. Then I'm going to click the yellow editor and I'm going to go over here. The font size is too big. I'm going to go to 50. And you see it's smaller now. So now I can edit it because I don't want it to change lines. Okay, I'm just going to put you will never believe. Now I'm going to go down in the font a little bit more. I'm going to pull this down just a little bit. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to highlight it. Remember, you got to left click and drag and then hold, it'll highlight. Just let it go. You go back over here. And instead of 50, I'm going to go to 40. And of course, that fit. So you can see that up here. And if we want to, change the colors or do anything like that, you'll left click, drag over it, and then you're going to go up to this little editor. And remember, this is a background color and this is a text color. And for the sake of it, I like to do text color more than background, but background is great. So let's just change it up. Let's just see if I can get this in a color that will work. Let's go green because it's on a gray background. Let's see if that works. Okay, that will work. Okay, I'm going to move it over a little bit by grabbing it right here. I'm just going to move it just a little bit. Okay, that's great. Now I'm going to move this up a little bit, and this is too big. So what I'm going to do is click in it. I'm going to left click and drag it, let go in the box. You're in the box still. Then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go over here. Remember, this is where the font size is. It's right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to scale that down. I'm thinking that it's going to work on about 60. Let's try 60. Okay, it worked. It's a little bit out of it a little bit. Okay, it's a little much. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to left click. I'm going to hit it again. And I'm going to go 55. And I think that is going to do it. It did. Okay. So now I'm right here. Okay, you will never believe how to create. I'm going to put create your ebook. And I'm going to teach you something else here real quick because we're going to come back to this. When you do content, and this is something we're going to go through tonight. When you go through content, it is very, very important to use numbers. People gravitate to numbers. Don't you see ads a lot of time that says you've got 10 seconds left, you can do this in 12 seconds. It works. We use a lot of numbers and a lot of things like that. And we're going to show you different things that we continue to do. But how to create your ebook in, let's just say, 120 seconds for the sake of it. Okay, that's a little small, but that's okay. And we're just using this for reference right now. How to create your ebook. Now, I'm going to highlight this. I'm left clicking It's a little too big. I'm going back up to the yellow and I'm going to make it 50, the font size. And sure enough, that will work. Remember, you click in here, you can drag it right here. Once you know the editor, you guys are going to be really, really good. The editor is really something you got to, in my opinion, this is what we should be training on and really putting you guys over the top. Because once you learn the editor, which is simple, it's simple for me because I've been doing it a long time, but it will be simple to you too as you go forward. So I'm going to click into this one and I'm going to pull this up a little bit because you can see it was a little bit off. And so you will never believe how to create your ebook in 120 seconds. Now, this will work. So we're just going to leave this for right now. And what I did here, just to continue on for you guys, is I put book 1. Why did I put book 1? Because why not? I want to go to book 2, book 3, book 4. You'll sell more if you guys will think. You want to kind of capture something and you want to continue on with your book. So you don't have to put everything in the first book. You can have it go on and on to, 2 different books, 3 different books, so on and so forth. And there's a lot of different things you guys should know. Like when you see movies out there, like what was the movie? I think it was Hunger Games. They called it the Hunger Games because the movie's premise was, it was people that were controlled by the government and they had to fight to go forward. And then the second book, as I remember right, was Catching Fire. So see, they kind of had it planned out, of course. The first one was the fight. The second one was, Catching Fire, where they fought. They went against the government, blah, 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 and went forward. Then the third one, of course, was called, what was it? Mockingjay. And, the main character was the Mockingjay. They called her the Mockingjay. So you see how it was very smart. They named their books with thought intended, so people would, the name of within itself, it was brilliant, would bring people back. And that's one thing you really want to think of, like when they do movies or they write books and they have different, trilogies or whatever. Think about what you're doing with your book and have something that's catchy, something that's thought of. Like, there's so many variables I can give out there, like Titanic. Titanic, of course, would come from Titans, which is from Greek, the Greek mythology, which is, the Titans were strong and they were very powerful and tough. They were enormous. And that's what the Titanic came from. So you want to think of words that will kind of twist and be emotional so people will really think, because it really does dive deep. And if you use something in your content, keywords, use something that's been used before, but have it structured so your book isn't the same name as somebody else. You always got to redo your content. And the reason you do that, think of branding. If you use a word that like Titanic, or you put something in it that has been around for many, many years, you're going to get someone else's brand kind of within your content or within your headline or within your book name, and it's going to go forward. It works, and I know this all too well. I haven't just written a lot of content with websites. I haven't just done that. I've actually sold products online, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of products. And I name the products. After years of experience, I noticed that if I named the product some crazy name, it outsold everybody else. It truly did. So think about your name. It is so, so important. And I just really want you guys to think of that. So when you name your book, think about it. Think about the future. Don't just write one book. Have it ready for the second and third book. Okay, so this is, right now we're just done. You will never believe. So that catches their attention. How to create an ebook. Oop, I spelled it wrong here. I'm going to put the E. Your ebook in 120 seconds. So I'm going to go down. And you do have to go through your content. I'm terrible at spelling and grammar, but I do go back through it, and it actually makes sense as I go through. I've done this for many, many years. And like I said, I'm nowhere near the best writer, or, I just do it. And I come back again and again until it's close to perfect. And then I'll have someone else proof it if I can get to that point. Okay, table of contents. I just wrote this up. The table of contents, how to build and create your ebook using Sqribble. Chapter 2, where to find free images for your pages. Chapter 3, using capture software to enhance your ebook. Very, very important. We're going to get into this. How popular are ebooks? Making money on ebook resale rights. Now, these are definitely things that I picked up within the content of Sqribble. I picked up a lot of them. Now, some of this I put in myself, and the reason I did that, we're going to walk through it right now. And I want to explain to you guys how important it is to have the right tools and the right software at your disposal to really make a difference. Now, for me, I'm gonna, like I said, we're gonna come down into the next page here, and I'm really gonna get into a little detail here, why it's so important. And a lot of people do many things different. I do it this way, and I'm gonna kind of let you know why, because it's just the way it is, and I'm gonna show you. So creating an ebook utilizing Sqribble. This is something I just put together here. And the reason I did this is we're showing you how to do an ebook. Now, Sqribble is very, very advanced, but very simple. It truly is. It's very simple, but very advanced. Now, remember up above, we had this right here. This is called the Wysiwyg. And it really is called a Wysiwyg. And I know it sounds crazy, but this is a picture right here, actually, that I put in here. And the Wysiwyg is very important. And here it is right here. I actually spelled it out for you guys, but it's been called this for 20 years. It's just what it is. So the Wysiwyg is when you click on it, it comes up here. This is the Wysiwyg. You can bold, italicize, you can underline, you can left, you can go left, you can go middle to the right. You can justify anything you want. So your content, like on this one right here, if I wanted to, just to show you, if I wanted to go here and highlight it, left click, and I want to go right justify, watch what happens. It carries it over to the right. Now that doesn't look good. So I'll bring it back to the left, but you have to highlight everything. And I know this may sound easy to some of you, but I know a lot of you are brand new, and I do understand that. I can remember many, many years ago when I couldn't copy and paste. And don't take it like it's anything that you should be, ashamed of. Many, many people are just getting started, and it really is simple. You just, copy and paste. Of course, you just left click and drag your mouse and then let go, and make sure you're in the box a lot of times when you let go of your mouse, meaning that your little, right here, just let go. And then whatever you want to do here with the highlighted area, you'll be up in your Wysiwyg, and you can do things like you can bold it, you can unbold it, you can italicize, you can underline, you can do so much, you guys. And like I said, I'm just going to kind of go through this tonight. So if I don't change it back, it's just that you guys will understand. Now I want to show you something here. When I do a lot of content here, I do colorize it, and sometimes too much. And I'm going to show you guys some correct methods here. A lot of times I'll do like black text, and then the very last little bit of a paragraph, I will highlight it in blue. It looks great. It looks really slick, and it really is nice. But we'll get more into that. This one's not that way. I just did this one for the sake. I kind of put it out there very fast. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to bold it, and I'm going to leave it like that for now. And it kind of shows the Wysiwyg editor. And I explained here, how to do, the Wysiwyg, how to do the editor. The editor is probably one of the most important things you can do. And if you've never done this before, I'm going to show you guys how you can actually, okay, hang on one second. I hear that is the volume, how is the volume, you guys? Is it a little bit crackly? I'm going to try to see if I can make it a little bit better on everybody. Just let me know if the sound. It says that you guys are still saying it's a little distorted, but I think it's getting better. Okay. Think you guys can hear it okay? Yes, you can hear it. Okay, great. Okay. Just want to make sure of that. Okay, as we go back to the web editor here, this is very important. Just remember that, guys. You really want to do so. I want to show you one thing too. If you ever want to put a link in on your page, all you do is highlight it. Let's say you want to highlight this whole piece here. You go up here, insert link. Very important. And the URL will be like https://. Then you can put, you don't have to put www. You can put an Sqribble. This is just an example. You'll put your website here. The title, you would put, 120-second ebook. And then, okay, I didn't put second. That's kind of like your tag. And the title is really good here. So target new window. That's just what you would do. I would hit OK. And I'll do that for right now. I'll just do it. So what I did now Now, when this slot goes live, when someone, if they're seeing this online, if they put their mouse over this, it'll show the little hand and they can click on it. It's not published. I'm up here, I'm in the editor, so it's not live. But when I go live and you put your mouse over here, the hand will show up, you click, of course, it would take us to the link, which I just put in a Sqribble. So that's just one of the things that you guys can actually do. There's a lot of things you can do, truthfully. There's so much. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I am going to show you guys. And then someone's asking the question here, and I'll fire back on this one. How easy is it to create an ebook in 120 seconds? Well, I will say this, it's not super simple to do, but let's put it this way. If you had your content written and you had your pictures done, you could literally within 2 minutes throw together, a couple pages. I won't say they're going to be the best, but since Sqribble is already done, you could do it. Content is really one of the main things. We're going to jump into content too and kind of show you guys, but you could literally do a book in an hour. I mean, let's just 120 seconds. If I was prepped, I could do something, but of course it depends. It'd be a short ebook, I'll be honest with you. But within an hour, I could write a pretty good book. And the more books you do, the faster you're going to get. So you guys kind of get an idea here on how the editor works. I just want you guys to kind of play with it. It's so important. I'm going to go to it just real quick here. When I click on it and it blocks this up, it gives me the two editors. It gives me the yellow editor, which I can do so many different things. I can duplicate. If I clone the element, it's going to give me the exact same element. I do this a lot in Sqribble. And the reason is I don't want to have to go up here to the elements and all that. It's almost simpler just to duplicate and then play with it down here. I can do so much with it. Here I can, go to the other place where I can do the fonts. I can do, the height on everything here. There's so much you guys can do over here with the other editor. The editor I use the most, of course, is the Wysiwyg. It's this one. I really do this a lot. These are bullets. If you put this on, you're going to get bullet points, which is great. Bullets are wonderful. So just remember, just focus on your editor. And I'm already getting a lot of questions on the editor, and I can't answer them all right now, but we will. And we truly will go through it. For some of you guys, what I wouldn't mind doing for people that want some help to write an ebook, what I'd like to do is I'll take a couple of yours ebooks and I'll work them. We'll do a session here. We'll do a webinar. I'll grab your ebook and we'll throw it together and we'll do it together. What I'll just do is we'll kind of have a format when we're ready for this. I'll have a format where you guys are going to just give me some bullets what you want to write about. If it's about hiking up in the mountains, or if it's something that you do at work and you're a teacher, whatever, just let me know. I'll put some criteria together when we get to that point, and then I'm just going to have you guys send in the 5 or 6 bullets, and then we'll run with it, and we'll do it live as we go forward, and that's probably the best way. So it's really not. Sometimes we call it a hot seat, but a hot seat is where you already built it, and then we come back and we critique it, and we're not going to do that on this one. This next one that I do, I'm going to take someone's idea and we'll just run with it. If you already have an ebook done, I can actually jump into that too. And if you need some help, we can also go there. Okay, so right here is another page, and this is something I put on the ebook here. And this is actually where you can get free images and photos to use within your ebook. Now, we all know within Sqribble here, we've got tons of pictures and elements and all sorts of content here. But there's a lot of times you will go outside the box, because when you're writing an ebook, you may go to a certain town in Maine, or you may go to, someplace up in Washington State in the Puget Sound, or in California at Disneyland, or San Diego, at Balboa Beach, wherever you're at in the world. Sometimes you need a picture that will relate. You want to get as close as you can. So there's a lot of times you want to take pictures yourself. And I'm really an avid, person that goes after pictures. And we're going to start using Pixabay, and we're going to start using Pexels a lot more. And when you go there, you can actually, I'm going to show you guys this. I'm going to show you a few things you can do. I'm going to grab everything and kind of bring it over here. And let me just grab it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Pixabay right here. You guys can go out and get pictures. You can right click. Here's a beautiful, stunning picture. And these are great pictures, and they are free. So you can use Pixabay and Pexels, it is, to do this. Now you can right click and you can say save image as. That's great. But there's a lot of times you want to size the picture, which is most of the time for me. And I'm going to show you something that I use. I use what's called a screen capture software. And the screen capture software will grab the picture and it will also grab video. You can just align around it, grab the video, grab the picture, but you want to make sure you're on the websites that are legal to grab the pictures and the videos. You got to. You don't want to do anything illegal. There is things you can grab on videos, and you have to be under I think it's the 20-second rule. You can grab clicks, and we're going to get more into that. I'll show you what's legal. But like on YouTube, it is legal to grab a lot of videos, but you have to be very careful, know what you're doing, and we're going to explain the right way. But right here, this is a free picture. We can grab this. But what I'm going to do is I'm using a little product here called Snagit. I've had it forever. And say I don't want the whole picture. I just want this mountain ranges right up here. I just want a slender picture. I just do this. I kind of line it up. Then I let go. And then all of a sudden, it's there. And now if I hit this, it's going to capture it for me, and it gives me the pixels here. And I can change these. A lot of times you're going to change the pixels. You're going to change the dimensions, the height, and the width. It's just the way it is. But see, now I could just grab this. It completely changes the dynamics of the picture. Now, a long picture like this is very unusual. You really I don't use a lot of slender ones, not very often. So the most one I would add, or the best picture, in my opinion, is I would grab something like this. It's about this size, usually. But if you have pictures that you really need, so I could grab this, make it, perfect for what I'm doing, and go forward. Let's do another example here real quick. Let's just grab this. This is a beautiful picture. And say I don't want the whole thing. I just want that beautiful tree with the sunset in it. And this is great. So I can frame it, just go around it, and that's a dynamite picture. So right there, I can hit this. It'll go over into my Snagit. I have this picture. It's completely different than the entire picture, and I can go forward. I've used screen capture software for so long. I can't even remember. And I'm going to show you the software that I use. And you don't have to have it. You can actually right-click a lot of these photos and just do it that way. You can right-click and save image as, and you can do it like that. But a lot of times, I always want a specific piece of the picture, not always the entire picture. It's very important to me. So that's just one of the ideas. Pixabay is great. It is really, really something else. The free pictures, it's wonderful. So I'm going to pull this over here real quick. And then Pexels, of course, is another free software. This is the ebook that I just created. I'll put it out there. I'll get it out there and make sure that you guys can grab it. And then you guys can learn from all the stuff that we're training on and as we go forward. So I'm going to go down. So this is the free software for the images. We're going to go down just a little bit more. And okay, I'm going to take a question real quick, or let me see what someone. I have not started yet. That's why I'm here. I don't know what to do. Okay, somebody's asking. I have a product. I haven't started yet. That's why I'm here. I love that, and that's why you're here. So we're going to grab people like yourself. And I see Moses. We're gonna probably take you. I'll remember you. We'll probably take your ebook. We'll fly with it. If you got a product, fantastic. I'm probably one of the better guys that can help you launch that product. Believe me, I've done thousands of products, and we've done very well. So your day's here, buddy. We're going to be able to do that for you as we go forward. Okay, going back here, Sqribble. This is the quick start. Now, what I did here, and I want you guys to know this, is I put the link here. And this is on my PDF. So when this goes live, like this ebook, you can click right here, and you're going to be able to go right to Sqribble, and you're going to be able to go to some of the lessons. Adil has done a great job on a lot of his trainings. He truly has. So, his trainings are in depth on how to use the system. They're good. So, and like this one right here, I detailed where you need to go to training, top navigation, go to the first video. you need to look at the overview. Even me, I have a hard time looking through all the trainings, but you have to. You do. Just get a video here and there. You have to. Because a lot of times you think it's just going to happen. I can go in and do it myself. Just go watch a video. It's very important. But I did this one with the links and everything else. It was the quick start. I did watch it, and it really helped me understand the editor here. I didn't understand this editor. And the way editors are done, I'm going to say this real quick. Like if I click in here and the Wysiwyg comes up, this bar, this is a normal Wysiwyg that's been around forever. These are editors that everybody, Adobe and Microsoft and everybody uses these. They're very sophisticated, but they're something that we all know. Now over here, this is stuff that is added on through the programming of a deal. Brilliant. This is really advanced stuff right here, the yellow part. So when we start using this editor, you guys really need to kind of follow along so we can kind of go through it and show you the correct way to actually do it. It is something that's really to behold. Just be careful, don't break anything, and always save your content as you go forward. Okay, I'm going to go back down here. This is content I grabbed from the add content up here. I grabbed this and I just threw this in here. Now, it's okay to grab content, but I have to say, you don't want to keep the exact same content. Please don't do that. It's really, you don't want to get caught with different, you just don't, you don't need it. And I'm going to show you guys how to write good content. And sometimes we don't even have to write it. You've heard of rewriters and you've heard of other things that are out there. It's really good that you guys can get in there and first kind of start rewording the stuff yourself, the content. I mean, if you want to use a rewriter, you can, but a lot of them are mumbo jumbo. You can't even understand the wording. There is some things out there that really are ingenious, and the world has changed in the last couple of years. AI is incredible, and it's kind of similar to what Adil has done here. A lot of his programming and things within, I think it's AI because it's so advanced. It truly is advanced. So right here, you can see the ebook popularity. I grabbed this content, went down here, and let's just look at this. You kind of see how the content's written here. Books have gone through a rapid transition, mail order catalog, blah, blah, blah. And as you can see, there is keywords here. The first one that kind of gets to me is rapid. Okay, that's not a big word, but it kind of hooked me here. Of course, ebook grabs me, but we want to add words in here that you guys can make, more sensational. You really do. You want something that's really, you want something that'll grab people. And I always say the hook, but the hook should be weird, crazy, not evil, or not something that's so dastardly. You got to be smart about it. You just want to make sure that you can understand it. You don't want something that's just so crazy that you just don't. There is a system out there, and I'm going to show you guys this real quick. And if you want to change a word up, and I'm sure you guys know all about this, but it's called, let me see if I can pick this up real quick. Okay, it's right here. It's called Wordnik. Now, you can put any word in here. It's going to give you a like-minded word. So let's just put in amazing. That's a good word. I even spelled it wrong as I did it. And let's just see kind of what happens. Let's see if it'll pick it up. So it shows you very wonderful is another word. Amaze, causing wonder, uniquely wonderful. So when you're writing your book, this is one thing you can use too, guys. You can use Wordnik, which will help you change out your words. So as we're here and we see something here, you want to kind of go crazy with your words. You want really defined words that really push the envelope. Make people think that words are a hook. You want to make sure that they can really see it. You want to spin the content and make it that much better. So if you want to, you can go get this. This is free, of course, Wordnik, and you can take any word and kind of follow up with it. Because like right here, this talks about Stephen King. Everybody loves Stephen King from the old classics, Frankenstein, blah, blah, blah. But we want to take our content and kind of run with it. Just remember, start using kind of different words. Like books have gone through a rapid transition from placing mail order. This is kind of boring, really. So you really want to come in, and we're gonna take the wording and really kind of run with it ourselves as we go forward, and some of the content that we need to do. But I use Wordnik a lot. I always have, because there's a lot of times I'm writing really short headlines and short content because I do other advertising, I do ads, and it's not long-winded, but sometimes there is a paragraph or two in some of the stuff that we're doing, but we have to really go through it. And within an entire paragraph, we want to make it so powerful that, people will come back. We split test 10 or 20 times on an ad, and then we see the results. We can see the results to see if they work, they don't work. And we're kind of getting the feel after all these years of what words work and what words don't work. So you really want to be careful. Like a new thing now is, and I know this for a fact, you really don't want to put, and then everybody does it, when they have a link that says click here for more information. Click here is actually it actually lowers your score on a website or on a pages, even your ebook. So instead of click here, you want to use something like tap this link below. More information below. Don't use click. I just found that out within the last 6 months, and it never was like that. But we just have to kind of watch, and I'll follow up with you guys on some of the key words. Most of the words, 99% of them, you're fine. But when you do links and things like that, you want people to go to your ebook or your advertising. That's very important. And you guys are going to be advertising, and we're going to be showing you some of the ways we market and all the other stuff. So I'm going to minimize this. You guys got that. So WordNick is something that you can use. It's great. Okay, so this is content we grab. I always say we should be doing our own content, though. We really should. So grab the content. If you can't rewrite it, start writing, and we're going to go from there. I'll show you some tricks as we go forward on how I do it, and I can do it very, very quickly. And we'll get more into that as we go forward. We're going to have some trainings. I'm going to talk to Adele. Of course, we're going to do some recorded trainings on different things as we go forward. Now, here's another one. Making money through product resale rights. Now, this isn't a bad heading. It's pretty, the standard, making money through product resales. How many people say that over and over again? It's something like, it just doesn't hit me. It really doesn't. I just heard someone do, I just saw an ad that was really hilariously funny. And it was about the star signs, like being a Leo or Capricorn or whatever it was. And the guy said something like, I'm a Capricorn. And the guy was making like $100,000 a month on his ad. I'm a Capricorn. I like taking long walks to the bank. And that was his headline. And I thought that was hilarious because it was about Capricorn. But the way he said it, it was a pull. And I had to go in there and read it just because it caught my eye. It was funny. But things like that really do get people's attention. So you really want to be different. I don't want you guys to think that going a little crazy is going to make it worse. It will make it better. So you really want to write stuff that's kind of bizarre to hook people in. Write something like, the car was going fast before it blew up, but then it flew over the mountain, whatever. Just get people's attention when you start writing your ebooks or whatever you're doing. If you're marketing your books or if you're doing fiction, nonfiction, just make it, something that's really a grabber. You want people to keep reading. If they leave, it's because of your writing. It basically is. So like the heading is so important here. And then the first paragraph is so important. Like resale rights come in many forms and sizes. Now this wasn't bad because they're telling you resale rights. That's the key word, resale rights. They're talking about resale rights. So they put the keyword, which was smart, right here, right in the front of the heading, and that's smart. So whatever your book's about, like if your book is about the South Carolina coast or traveling London or, in Edinburgh, Scotland, you want to put that in the first sentence. You want to put something about your main title of your book within the first paragraph of your book. So you want people to know that you're talking about it and you're understanding it. So when you're doing your book, I want you guys to start writing down, 4 or 5 different items. You want to write down your content, of course. You want your content, but you want your title to be something strong and emotional. You truly do. And if you have that strong and emotional word, think really hard that you can carry the book to a second book or a third book. And then when you start writing your content, make sure in the first paragraph you mention the title of your book in the first paragraph and word it just correctly So your title of your book is in that first paragraph. Just remember that. That's very important as you guys go forward. Keywords is also important. A keyword is simple. And if you don't know what tags are, keywords, they're basically the same. It's just, and believe it, when you're online and you drop your ebook like I did within Sqribble and everything else, the internet scours. I mean, Google scours everything on the internet, and they found my book, I'm sure, somehow, some way. But the keywords they're going to find keywords that they know that are in the book. So when someone eventually, like when I start advertising, someone types in like my heading to my book, I want them to find it. So I want something that's memorable, but I want keywords that I know will get picked up. And keywords are something, they're just the title of your book. You can create a keyword if you want. I mean, I've done it myself where after a year, we invented names for different programs or different businesses. And within a year, it became a keyword on Google because we were getting so many sales. It actually showed up on the search engines as a keyword. And that can happen. So like people that write books, if you write something that's a bizarre name, believe me, it gets famous and it starts getting out there. You're going to create your own keywords. But usually you just use somebody else's words and kind of run with it here. Now this one's talking about master rights, reselling your book. Great idea. I haven't done that yet myself, and I think it's a great idea to do, go through resale rights and all that stuff. But we'll get more into that. And I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of things from you guys too. Some of the things you're doing that I probably haven't done, and we'll take a lot of that information and we will truly run with it. We truly will. And then one thing people are asking, can you insert videos into an ebook? Right now, you really can't, but you can. The only thing you can do, and I'm going to go back up here real quick, is like right here. You can click on an ebook and you can go to another page. So the answer is no, but the answer is there. You can go to a video, but you can't put a video on a PDF yet. So like I said, soon enough, someone's going to figure this out. I know it's not that hard, but soon someone's going to be able to put videos within the PDFs. A PDF is more or less like an image. It's like a flat image it doesn't have a lot of different characteristics where you can roam around it. It's just like the print's an image and everything's an image. So you can't copy and paste it. That's similar to a PDF. You can copy and paste, believe it or not, but it just has those dynamics where you can't really put videos into them yet. But that will change. And I've worked with programmers a lot, so I would love it if we could put videos. We will be able to. Video ebooks are, the deals. I'm sure working on it right this second, and I'm sure we're going to have something pretty quick here. So I'm going to walk through this real quick again, you guys, so you can kind of see what I did. And this is, like I said, this is book one. You'll never believe how to create your ebook in 120 seconds. Now that's kind of a catchy thing. It may not be the best, but I'm just kind of showing you here. And then I put book one. This saves me because it gives me an opportunity to make book two. And book two could be real cool because as we go forward, there's so much more content. It will never, ever end as we go forward. And as we go forward here, let's say I want to add a page. Let's do it. Let's add a page here. Let's say I want to do a page that's similar in format to this page. Now watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take this and I am going to, let me see if I can do that. Clone. I'm going to clone this page. So let's see what happens. Because I'm going to make this book bigger. I didn't have enough time. Okay, so it went directly below the other page. But it's not, I don't want it here. I want it down 2 or 3 pages. Yeah, I want it down quite a way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go get it. It's this one. And I'm going to push this button, move down. Okay, it's there. I'm going to push down again. There we go. This is cool, isn't it? I mean, I love this. Okay, one more page I'm going to push down. So let's do it. Okay, so I'm there. So now I can take this and I can put in new images. I can do anything that I want. So as I'm here, I can push this element advanced. Let's see what it has here. I can change the URL here. So let's just change it real quick. Let's see if I can do this real quick for you guys. Let me see if I can grab one of these websites that I have here. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to bring this back. Let's bring back Pixabay. And let's put that picture in that I really like. So what I'm going to do here is do this. I'm going to capture. I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit that. Okay, I'm going to take that and I am going to, let me see. Okay, I'm going to save it. Save as. And I'm going to say, okay, videos, pictures. I'm just going to put tree. And I'm going to save it. So YouTube animations, I'm going to put it in there so I know where it's at. It's kind of froze up a little bit here because I've got so much data. Okay, there it goes. So I'm just going to get out of this and I'm going to pull this out of here. And now what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to change the picture. So I clicked on this and I clicked on this little icon right here, the little tool element. And then I went over here and you can see where it says image URL. Now I'm going to click on this baby and I am going to go find a picture. So I'm going to go find something that we can do it. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to grab the tree. I'm going to open. It's going to show up. Here's some of my pictures from the other day. Okay, it's taken a little bit of time here, but you guys kind of get the point here where I'm going to. Let me see. Let me see if that shows up. It should any second. And then I'm just going to load it up. And that's going to be much, much better as we go forward. It's taking a little bit of time here. I think it's going to show up at the very bottom. But you guys can kind of get the feel of how the editor works. And you can't really break anything. Just do it. That's what I tell everybody. Just do it. Don't try to, don't think you can't do it. Okay, I'm going to go back up. Let's see if it showed up. There it is. So I'm going to use that one. And there it is. So all I did was hit upload, everything else. So I want to change that. And then over here, I'm going to put in my ebook. Is amazing. So what I'm doing is just building another page here. Here I do the same thing. I would click this. I would click the icon. I would go over to the plus sign here, add another picture. So you can see how fast it can actually be. I can keep the format here. I can actually move the picture to the left if I wanted to, leave this one on the right, put content here, leave content. I can go left, right, make it a little bit different as I go forward. But this will be a whole different page than the one above. So I would change this content too. I would just say, my book is better than most. Just anything that you want to write. But you can see that I'm just changing the content quick. So it does happen quick. You literally within an hour, if you're really flying, say you have your pictures ready and you can go forward. But I do advise, and I'm going to go back up here real quick. This software right here, and this Sqribble is fine. This is free. So if you guys want to go get this, wonderful. And you can do screen capture today. You can start doing it immediately. So if you guys want to use Sqribble, more power to you. I think it's a wonderful piece of software. And you guys can run with it and do whatever you want. Snagit, I've used it forever. I don't have 2022, I'll be honest with you. Mine's probably 5 or 6 years old. Works great. The new one's that much better. It was PC editor's choice, of course, but it captures pictures and it captures videos, and it's so easy. You just left click, drag around the picture or the video, let go of the mouse, boom, you got it. You can, save as. It is the best tool in the world. But I use Snagit more than any other tool besides like the Wysiwyg. Like within the editor here, I do use this a lot. This Wysiwyg editor, this is something else. But for pictures, if you can't find the picture that you want, remember Snagit, in my opinion. Sqribble is probably good. A Shampoo was another one I saw, 4K, all that. My advice though is one of these two right here, Snagit or Screencast. Go to it, go get it. And you guys have to. If you're going to do the ebooks, it's a necessity to have screen capture software. Without a doubt, I don't know how in the heck you're even doing an ebook. That I got to say, with Sqribble, he has a lot of pictures and he has the content and everything else. But I do have to say, when you really want to get creative, and even with Adil's pictures, you may only want to grab his picture, but you may only want a little piece of it. So you can go in there and you can snag around it like I did the tree, as you guys saw. I mean, remember how big this picture was? But it looks beautiful. It's a great looking picture. It's framed up, perfect here. And the nice thing about Adil software, a lot of times you have to size it perfectly. Adil software sizes your picture for you. Just make sure it's square if it's square. If it's long and rectangle, I'm sure it's going to size it for you. But this software sized it, so I was really happy with that. So I just created another page here. And what was this one? This was, let's see, I forgot to change it. It said chapter 2. So now this is there's 5. So this is now going to be chapter 6, guys. So I have to change that. And then watch this. I have to do something different here. I have to change. Let me see. Look at this. See the red? I can't have red because I already had it somewhere else. Let's just throw a color in here like this. Do I have that color up here? I do not. So I just changed the color of the heading right there at the bar, call it the bar. And free images, that was the name of it. I'm going to go over it and just change it up. And I'm going to say how to write content. Okay, so now you see what I did here too. I just made another page and I went forward. So chapter 6, how to write content. Now I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to here, watch this. I'm going to take this little baby right here and I am going to duplicate it, clone it. There we go. So now I can drag this baby over here. See, this is what I like to do. I'm cheating, but it's the best way to cheat. Number 6. And I can line this up a little bit better later. Let me just see. Let me line it up just a little bit better. Okay, great. Here, I'm going to do the same thing, clone it. So I'm going to take this, put it down right here, and I'm going to say this one's how to write content. Okay, so that's it for that. I can just line it up a little bit. So you guys kind of get the feel here. And remember later when we want to line it up, we just use the grids. Let's see. Do I have the grids? Oh, they're in white. Oh man, we don't want them in white. We want them in dark. Dark. Okay, there we go. Let's try it wide. Okay, there we go. So now you see I'm off here. So I'll just pull this up a little bit. That looks good. Line it up with the grid. You guys do the same thing here. And I put it right in the middle, and I put it right on the grid line right there. Beautiful. Look at that. And then I just say remove grid. So that lined up pretty good. So you guys see I just added the page, added the table of contents, changed the bar color. So I changed it up because I had all these different colors on the bar. I thought it looked good. It really does kind of make it look different as you go forward. Now, if you're writing whatever book you're writing, you may not want to do this, but for the sake of this thing, it looked really good. The pictures really do bring people in. Pictures are very, very important in my opinion. Someone asked about videos. I agree. Videos are wonderful, but we can't put videos really into PDFs at this time. We will be able to do it. So right there, I do have another page. It already put here, page 6. That's correct. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. So that's even more. So it lined it up pretty well for me. So remember, I really want you guys to look at Sqribble or Screencast-O-Matic. Go get them. Go get one of these so you guys can at least have something to work with. And I love this ebook creator. I can't even tell you more. One thing I'm working on too right now, I'm going to get into more videos on how to build it. And I'll try to have these videos like Adil's trainings are great. You guys should be able to get in there and do some of the trainings, but I'll try to build some on some of the things I know and see if I can put together 30-minute videos. I don't like real long videos because I like it if someone can go into a video, if they want to train, they can stop it, rewind, and see exactly how it was done. If I go too long, you're going to be looking at 2 hours of trying to find something. For me, it doesn't work that way. I have to have short ones because I need to be able to do that so people can understand what I'm doing. And a lot of times, of course, you're going to put your name right here, who you are, and all that stuff. You can change this picture, but I think this is catchy. You will never believe how to create your ebook in 120 seconds. Remember, use numbers and use bullet trigger keywords. Very, very important as you go forward. So I'm going to come down here, see what we got. I think this looks good. I'm going to save it for now. So just hang on a sec. And I can publish this thing, and I will get this out there so you guys will be able to see this. And I do want to ask a question. Now we're going to take some questions here in just a little bit here. But one thing I do want to let you guys know is I am working on Sqribble right now. And Sqribble is a great piece of software. You guys know it's the store for the ebooks. And I'm going to get in there, and I'm getting mine set up with a domain and everything else. And I'm learning Sqribble right now myself. So I'm going to wait to train on it until I understand it a lot better. I don't have a lot of time, so I put a couple books in there and I'm tweaking them now. And as I get that, understood much better than what it is right now, I'm going to train on it and show you guys. I think it's very important. You have to get your books into the store, because if they're just sitting on your desktop in a PDF in a file, it really isn't doing anything. And Adil and his team were brilliant by building a store. It's the first people that I've really seen that have done this since Amazon, and I think it's genius. So Sqribble is great. I mean, it's like your filing system live. So you really got to have Sqribble as you go forward. I mean, if you're going to write ebooks, you got to be able to see them. You got to be able to. It's almost like you're able to feel them, see them, and then then you can add to them. So it's important that you can visualize what your books are like out there. Plus, you can send people to your books, even if they're free. You'll be able to coupon them if you want to give it away for free, or sell them for $5, $7, $20, $100, or maybe $2,700. It can be done. Believe me, I know that. Like my ebook, it'll never sell to anybody else. It was a one-time deal, but boy, it was a good one-time deal. And I'm going to start looking at a lot of things. We're going to start doing training and other things in my own personal business, and I'm going to be putting them in ebooks. And this will be something that I can use, because a lot of times you do so many things and you forget that you should have documented what you did. And it's really like what I did with the ebook for the $2,700 for the 3D company out of China. I was able to document that. I took a lot of pictures years ago. I put them all together, and sure enough, hey, it made me money. So think about what you've done in the past. If you've been, like I said, a teacher, or you're a machinist, or you work on cars, you're an auto, whatever, you have an expertise. Use that and document it, whether you sell it or not. Believe me, anything can sell. And if you have to work on your ebook and go back to it 3, 4, 5, 6 times, that's how I do it. So many times I will build something and it is pure crap at the beginning. Always. It's terrible. It's horrid. And then I go back and I throw a few pictures in it and I change the content and I'll erase something, and all of a sudden I got a home run. And that's pretty much what I do. I'm not good at first, but I become better as I go forward. I don't want to say you'll never be great, because usually if you do 3 or 4 things, 1 out of the 4 will pop and be big. It truly will. So just, you work, put in your day like a diary, and make it a book, make it something that's, you could just write about a story, a made up story, whatever. Just do it. That's all I can say, is you guys really have to get out there and start doing things. I never stop. I do work. I get up very early in the morning and I work consulting with several companies all day. And then at night, I work for 4 or 5 hours a night doing my own marketing online. And we've been very, very successful and blessed. We truly have. But I always say that if you put in 10 hours worth of work, you're going to make 10 hours worth of money. If you put in 100 hours, you're going to make 100 hours worth of money. But a lot of times with these online businesses, once you set in stone what you've done, it stays there. A lot of times the stuff that you built will stay there and keep earning money, and you don't have to put in those 100-hour work weeks or those, whatever you're doing. But a lot of times you have to put a lot of energy in, like these ebooks. And I must say, I would like to see you guys throw some stuff against the wall with your ebook. I don't care how it looks. Write 4 or 5 pages, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to take some of your ebooks and we're just going to fly with them. We're going to make them better. Will they be perfect? Will they be perfect? No. But will they be better? Yes, probably. Many of you, I'm sure, are great writers. I can never contend with people that are professionals, in that aspect. But I am very good at formatting pictures and the blocks within the web pages and bullet points, keywords, things like that. I've been working on it for many, many years. And it's something that I do know, but there's so much more. And that's why with this group, we can all help each other. There's a lot of people on this, I'm sure, that are going to teach us all. Everybody will learn something from somebody. And I've learned in life, if you're the one that made $1 million today or $5 million today, one of you guys will leapfrog over me. It always happens in life. Like a lot of my partners and business people I've been with, you have made the big money today, but tomorrow that other person will leapfrog over you and make more. And it's good because we all learn from each other. And through the years, I've seen that dozens of times. I've seen people that we thought would never do anything come out and make a fortune. Literally. I mean, it's been an amazing ride what I've seen from people you'd never think would come out of it and do something great. And, anymore, I just stay back and just look and absorb as much as I can, because you never know who's going to become great throughout the time here. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to come and I'm going to take some questions. So if anybody has any questions, please ask away right now. And again, I would like you guys to do a couple pages in an ebook, and I will be grabbing some of these ebooks during some of the training, and we'll start flying with it. We'll start doing some things. And if we can, once we get going, if we have some time, I'm going to talk to Adil about this. Maybe we can have you guys send these books in and give us some time to kind of look at them and work them and be prepped for the meeting. So we're not looking for the images, looking for the content. A lot of times, if I can be ready for it, I can have things ready in a file and then put the book together quickly. Like during the meeting, I could probably put the entire book together. If I had someone's book and kind of gave me a path where we're going to go, and then we can go from there. Okay, so we're going to take a few questions here. Anybody have any questions on anything? No question is, is too little, so please. Let's see what we have here. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm sure you can. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. A lot of people here. Let me see. Okay, people were asking, yes, the replay will be available. Okay, people are asking about different things on the ebook. Don't worry, it is going to be recorded. We're going to record this, of course, we always do. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I know it's probably a bit loud. I do need to tone down the microphone. I'm sure I do. I speak loud anyway, and I'm sorry for that. I'm probably going deaf throughout the years. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions here? But we're going to have these all recorded. Like I said, everything's going to be recorded for us. And let me ask you this. How many of you have started an ebook? Yes, we will be doing training on 3D covers. We will be doing that. Great question. 3D covers are great. I love them. I love the flip book. I actually did that. And then I'll show you some other things too. You can make video flip books. We can do it on our own. It's really easy. I'll show you guys how to do that. And of course, people asking how to upload pictures for the ebook. And people are saying, yeah, you know what? I'll do a little video on how to upload pictures on that. And I will be looking at fixing this microphone. I'll do some tests with it. I'm sorry, I'm getting a few questions on that, and I will. I think the microphone's probably good. I just think it might be too good. Either that or my computer's going crazy here. But we'll make sure of that. We will be doing training on many things, like the 3D covers, how to upload an image, how to attach a link, how to rewrite your content. There is so much we can do. There really is. And if you guys really want to get into marketing your ebook, that's one thing we really need to drive home is how to market. Personally, I think it's also a way we can market. If you want to market Sqribble online, I can show you some ways of doing that. We've seen the emails from the company, people doing $1,000 a week and more, marketing Sqribble. I can see why. I'm going to be marketing it myself. I'm going to be building a campaign and throwing it out there. And I'll give you guys you guys can jump in the back seat and I'll show you the format, what you need to do. You need to build a page, simple. Then you need to have your link, simple. And then we need to put it somewhere where it can start getting traffic. And that's the trick of it. So we'll have to start showing you guys different things like that also. Okay, let me see. Okay, it says here now, something about on Sqribble, and this is a great question about the books on Sqribble. Okay, I see this, and someone's asking a question about the books that are going into Sqribble, and these are questions I will ask. I won't say it to the crowd, and I understand you just want to make sure that the content within Sqribble is all good, and I will talk to them about that. Can we attach a domain with an ebook? If yes, how does that work? Great training. Connie, great question. You can attach a domain. I just attached a domain to the store and I got that hooked up. And I'm pretty good, but like I said, I'm going to be training on how to do that too. Now on your ebook, the answer to that is yes. You should be able to you can put a PDF anywhere. And I'm going to get together with the deal. I have some real great ideas for you guys where you guys can start doing some outside things that may help you market. But we're going to use the tools within. Like I think everybody should have Sqribble because I think your store is important. Everybody should have Sqribble because Sqribble is where you write your content. It's a lot easier writing your content here than in a lot of the web apps that are out there. A lot of these companies out there that try to have you, buy their website per month and all that stuff, and you keep getting charged. Believe me, most of these sites you won't use. You'll pay your $30, $40 a month and you'll never use them. That's why I love Sqribble and where it's going. It's a one-time fee. Oh my, it's just so much better. And we can attach domains to it. I'm going to find out on the ebook. I know you can do it. Personally, I know I could do it, but I want to make sure within here that we could attach. Well, basically, if you can attach, Connie, I got to say this, you can put your ebook into Sqribble, and Sqribble can have the name of your store with a domain. So if you want it to be Connie's store ebook or Connie's bookstore, you could have that as your domain if GoDaddy or Namecheap or whoever the domain register is has that domain available. So you guys may want to think about that. Go after domains too. Get ready for your ebook store and capture that. I already took my domain. I picked a domain and put it out in the store, and it just went live. It just went live like in the last 2 days. So I'm not ready to train on it yet, but I will be. And that's something that I'm really excited about. I like the idea of the store, and it looks good. Even with my big, content and everything else that I have in there, I have to frame it up better. But it looks good. It looks really good. And I'll be able to put my books out here that I'm training on, and then I'll give you guys the coupon code, of course, and you guys can, download the ebook on training so you guys can train. And I'll put links in it to videos and things like that. That's a good idea. So we can put videos in there for other trainings that we're doing, like how to upload pictures within Sqribble and how to do this. We can do little 15-minute, 10-minute videos too for some of the simple stuff. Like doing a picture wouldn't take more than probably 10 minutes to completely go through the video. So there's a lot we could do. Okay, is there any other questions out here? I probably missed a lot, and I'm sorry. A lot of people, I love Sqribble. I do too. It's so easy to use, and people are saying this. Yes, Eldon, it is wonderful. Thank you for saying that. Then I will turn it into an audiobook. Talkable. We haven't even talked, yeah, we haven't even talked about it. Talkable's great. I've already used Talkable. I use Talkable for other things. I'll get into that, but I love that piece of software. Other people, I love Sqribble, of course. We all do. He's done a great job here. Okay, I have a couple of ebooks. Got stuck in the software, have trouble with the photos, staying with the same size, want to see you print and move an ebook into Sqribble. You got it. It's a great training. I'm going to write all this stuff down so we can all be together on this as we go forward. I will document how to use Sqribble. The one thing is, remember guys, when Sqribble was written by the programmers and Sqribble and Talkable, every programmer is different than the next programmer. And the only thing that changes is programmers have a little bit of their own navigation methods, like the buttons to the left or the Wysiwygs to the right or the other editors. So it's just learning the navigation of a piece of software. Once I get Sqribble down, I'll have it down to a science and I will train on it. But so good for you, Tracy. You've got a couple ebooks written. My hat's off to you. Woohoo! Go, baby. I have, okay, Elaine and Bonnie, great job. Yeah. Another person is writing a book about animals. I'm almost finished. Go, Moses. Go, baby. All right. How easy is it? Okay, let me see. A lot of people. How do you see perhaps? And other members have published. Yeah, I think that's a big point here. We should be getting together as a group and helping each other within our books. And, you know, it's always a good idea that we go in and buy each other's books. If they're, you know, at a reasonable price and we all kind of play it and get it going, we can make Sqribble big. We personally can. We can make the main company become big. If the main company website, the stores become big, then we all get big and more sales will happen. It's all about getting out there and getting our rankings out there. And if the main company's rankings go high, we all go high. Let me see here. I'm seeing how do we obtain. Okay. Okay, someone's asking, Kevin, could you please tell me whether I can add more pages to an ebook on Sqribble? Of course you can, Gustavo. Of course you can. You can add as many pages as you want. You personally can. And we'll be showing you that, no doubt. Okay, here's another one. Great content. Okay, ebook. Great job, guys. God, a lot of people are writing ebooks. I'm amazed. I'm scrolling down here. Okay, yes, you can do a lot. Can you insert videos? We've asked that question before. With a PDF, no, but we can link to, meaning we can go to it. So we can do it. A few friends have written ebooks. They want converted to an ebook. Have written books. What's the best way to do this? Okay, Yvonne, that's a good question. You'll be able to scan. You can take images, and there is software that'll take images of the book. The best way to do it is they can take images, then they can convert it over to like a PDF. And there is a way we can take the content, but it has to be scanned in, and then it can go to an ebook. And that's a little bit, I don't want to say it's elaborate, but it just takes a little time. But it's a good idea. It's a great idea. So let me see, we got, are you covering training? Yes, we will be covering training on every aspect that we possibly can. So many questions coming in, it's hard to keep track. I'm really proud of you guys. Ask away. Good job. When we send our ebooks out, where do we send our books? Okay, I'm gonna talk to Adil. I think it's a real good idea that we take many of you, we'll take several of your ebooks and we'll run with them. But I have to get something together. I'll write some bullet points together, what I need from you guys, the ideas. Like if you need me to help you with the pictures and all that stuff, we can do it. That's fine. I just need I need to write up the bullets that we'll need before you guys send those in. I mean, we're going so fast on the training and everything else. You know, where do you find the pictures that are on Sqribble? We'll be getting into that. Great question. I'll be getting into the pictures. Next week, we're going to be training more on Sqribble. We're going to get into Sqribble. We're going to get into Talkable. You guys have a suite of tools here that are just unbelievable. I've used Talkable already. I haven't even got into that with you guys. Domains, we're going to get into that, how you guys can do it. And a lot of you guys will not know how to do a domain. I know that straight up, and that's why we're going to walk through it. It's really easy. It is so easy. You can walk through it in GoDaddy. I'll do a video, and it's so simple. You just have to change the DNS usually, and then we'll walk through it. And we'll make things easier for you as we go forward here. So it's like really hand-holding you guys. Well, you guys, if there is, we're kind of going down on, is there any more questions before we leave tonight? Any more questions? I must be answering some of them. Okay, I know the software, a lot of you guys have to know the navigation of the software. I'm going to help you out with that. We're going to walk through it a little bit more. A lot of people are saying they need some help with understanding the navigation and the buttons within the Wysiwyg and the editor. It's not that hard, but I know if you haven't done it, it is hard. So, but we're going to walk through it, and we'll walk through each button and show you guys how you've done it. Okay, I think you guys are doing great. Let me see, we've got a few more questions coming up. And remember, you can do so much with Sqribble. It is a great landing point to really put, whatever's in your head, document it, put it into an ebook. I keep saying that to people. And I know Adil's brain never stops. So that guy is going to be popping more stuff out. You're seeing the emails from him. He's getting so many more things coming out. The guy is brilliant. I have to say, I love his software. I truly do. And that's why I'm here. He's so busy, he doesn't have time to train. And that's why I'm here. And it's fun. I do it because it is fun. It's good to brush up and get people going. And I love helping everybody out here. So whatever I can possibly do. I think it's smart to do your ebooks. I really do. So we're going to get on that. So everybody, I think we're going to call it a night. I'm going to record this and make sure that we get it sent out to you guys. I appreciate everybody being on. I will check my microphone. I will make sure that we test this out this next week, and we'll go forward from there. Yes, I know people want to use Sqribble. We're going to be getting on that. I know. And I just got mine set up, and I still have to walk through it myself, but it looks great, I have to say. Okay, everybody. I really appreciate everybody. It says here some people are asking more questions. Yes, we are going to get into the software, and we're going to show the newbies that are coming in, exactly. We're going to show them step by step on how to use the software, and we'll do that. And I'm sure Adil's, videos do that. I haven't gone through them all. The ones I have gone through were great. So remember, go through a lot of the training within Sqribble too. There's so much. Okay, some people are saying the microphone was perfect. The only scratchy bit was at the beginning. Okay, great. I appreciate that. Sounds great here. Okay, I hope it does. I think I've got to put it a little further away as we go forward. But everybody, I thank you for being on tonight. And we're going to have training next week, and we will record this. So do me a favor, start getting a few pages out there written, and just throw pictures against the wall. Do whatever you can. I don't care how bad, good it looks. Just do a couple pages, and then I'll grab them, take them, and then we'll start running with it. That's the only thing. That's the only way you can get something to look good. If you don't know what you're doing, just do it. Just do it. You can't really break anything. Just delete it and start over if it comes to it. So just go forward. Okay, everybody, I do appreciate you. We're going to call it a night, and we will see everybody next week. I really appreciate. We got a big crowd on tonight. I really appreciate that, and we will see everybody next week. So say a good night, and we will talk soon. Take care, everybody.